Man, I remember when Michael Myers used to be cool.
Yeah,
you know?
when he had a solid soundtrack behind him.
Yeah.
That's the only song I know how to play on the piano. And to this day, my little sister, wakes up in cold sweats because of it.
Oh, really? Are you sure because you weren't standing over her bed with a knife at night?
Well, yeah, I had a little Casio keyboard in my head.
Instead of a knife, you had a Casio keyboard.
Exactly.
Like, will you get the fuck from over me, sir?
That was the 80s. The guitar was pretty scary.
But it's funny, though, because I remember when Michael Myers at least had a job.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
Because back then, it looked like he at least, when he was in between killing people, it looked like he had a job at a gas station. You know?
Hey, boss, can I go on break? You're not going after those sorority girls who just drive away.
Oh, no, I'm going to go I'm going to get a hamburger. I'll be back. And, man, now he's a homeless dude. You know, he ain't got no job. He's just wandering the earth. I mean,
Doesn't he have like a hoodie on now?
Yeah, he's got a hoodie. I mean,
Michael Myers in a hoodie? What is that about?
Michael Myers went skateboard grunge, man. I mean, this fool, he ain't scary no more. This is a psychedelic acid trip about a killer homeless man.
Wow, that's weird. Okay, that doesn't sound at all like the first movie.
No, Michael Myers looks like any dude that's at any hipster bar. He's got, he's got a hoodie, he's got a beard. I mean, really, where is his skateboard?
Well, maybe in need of slight facial reconstruction, but still.
Yeah, I swear that dude was wearing Vans.
Well, okay, like, all right, I've seen the original two films, and I know that, like, the second one took off right after the first one, where, like, he fell out the window, and they're like, oh, he's dead, let's not check on him. And then later they look back and check, and, oh, he's gone.
No, they don't explain anything. Okay, if you remember the first movie, it was pretty much like the original. There's, except that they gave you a little more background. There's this kid who's disturbed. His name is Michael Myers. Obviously, he grows up to be crazy, too, except that this time he's a big motherfucker and he can actually, handle his own and kill people in really gruesome ways. It's pretty much straightforward as that. So the director of this is Rob Zombie, and you will have to very much be a Rob Zombie fan. I mean, like, you got to deal with every fucking thing that pops in Rob Zombie's head to do this movie.
Oh, see, that's disturbing.
Rob Zombie said, okay, what can I do to this time really distinguish myself from the original series? And to do that, we have everything that Rob Zombie has a fetish with. Like, he loves the 70s. So in the background, there's always an Alice Cooper poster, or there's old cars, or Frank Zappa. And then he's so in love with that period that in this town that they live in, apparently the Best Buys, they don't sell HD TV. And this town doesn't have cable.
Are you sure this wasn't taking place in the 70s? Because that's just ridiculous.
No, because they had cell phones.
Oh, well, maybe it was an alternate past.
It must be.
It was steampunk.
Yeah, yeah, because on TV, like everybody tunes into a channel where they play old shit.
Wow.
Yeah, there's constantly the Moody Blues playing, or old cartoons from the 30s, like nothing contemporary. And
well, fuck that.
Yeah, and then the other part is that Rob Zombie is a great visionary guy. I mean, he comes from a graphic design background, I believe.
Sure, yeah. There's almost no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. And so here, a lot of this, he has to put in tons of weird images in the forms of dreams, or they're at a party where everybody's dressed up in these crazy monster outfits. And after a while, it just turns into this thing of, okay, it's not scary anymore because we're hardly seeing Mike Myers pop up. You spend most of this time seeing people partying down, all these crazy images, and you're like, oh yeah, Mike Myers is supposed to come in and kill somebody. And that's what happens. He just pops up out of nowhere like, oh yeah, y'all remember me? So man, it really, there's a lot of, I think, trying too hard on Rob Zombie's part to make this his vision.
Are you sure he loves the 70s? It sounds like he keeps showing it and then killing it.
Well, he does. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, I wish he would kill more in this movie because it's not scary. It really, it is not scary at all.
Now, you mentioned it was funny.
Yes, it is. It is very funny in some parts. I mean, it's so intentionally funny in some parts that even the scary parts are funny. So
okay, that's not good.
Yeah, because what you have here, first of all, you got Malcolm McDowell, who's just playing it up, man. He's walking through. I hate these dribble called readers and people that just buy my book because they're so stupid. And it's just like,
ever since Tank Girl, he pretty much gave up, I think.
Yeah, Malcolm McDowell returns as Dr. Loomis, who everyone hates in this movie because he's made a career exploiting the murders committed by Michael Myers. And Malcolm McDowell plays his character so over the top and so much for laughs that it's almost like he's saying, come on, this shit is silly. He don't give a shit. He's just like, man, just cut the camera on. Let me do anything I want to do because you don't give a fuck about this movie. I don't either. You know, he's just walking through the movie, just really chewing up the scenery, man. Just being Malcolm McDowell on 11. And then we have cameos by funny people who do funny things.
Why are comedians in a horror film?
There's not just comedians. Now, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but we have comedian music stars in here who make cameos in certain parts. And
What, like Tenacious D is in this?
it's something like that. I won't say anything. It's close enough.
I'd like to see one of those Flight of the Conchords guys get killed. That'd be funny.
But man, yeah, when you start hitting that level of, well, there's not a whole lot of tension going on, you're showing me more visuals than you are frights, and you start throwing in comedy too, there's no suspense anymore.
So it doesn't feel like they were going for something really different, does it? It's just somebody fucked up somewhere along the line.
It's like I said, it seems like they let Rob Zombie just be Rob Zombie to really make this movie have its own identity. And because of that, it is Rob Zombie's movie. But it's not really a Halloween movie. It's Rob Zombie just kind of, it feels like Rob Zombie throwing a party that a killer stepped into and just start murdering people.
You know, to be fair, I felt like the first Halloween could have used more Rob Zombie and less of the, oh my God, it's got to be just like it's got to be totally a take on the original Halloween. You know, I was kind of bored because it was like, okay, you're way too serious. Jesus Christ, this is just plotting. So this actually sounds more like something I'd like.
Well, this could have met middle ground, but like I said, it's too humorous, and it tries to be so visual to the point where it really is very psychedelic. I mean, the whole thing is like half a dream. And there are some really creepy Halloween themed images in here, almost something that you would see out of a Tim Burton film, and they would be perfect for a movie about the Halloween holiday. But for this particular film, it just seems to kind of get in the way, almost even slow the film down.
Well, there's not animation sequences or anything.
No,
like
but despite the fact this movie is very cartoonish, no, it's not. But all these scenes, we have Michael Myers about to kill somebody. And in every scene that he's doing it, who's standing behind him? Sherry Moon Zombie.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Yeah, Sherry Moon Zombie returns as this ghostly dream image of Michael Myers' dead mother, who encourages him to keep killing.
Come on, let the woman have a break and take care of the kids.
I mean, it's almost to the point. It's like Michael Myers. I don't want to confuse with Austin Powers. Mike Myers.
That would have been scary.
The Love Guru was far more horrifying than this shit. but this right here. Really, if you had Sherry Moon Zombie the whole time that you were going around, you'd be wanting to kill people too. Because it happens in everything. That's the problem with this. They're giving us too much. I mean, in the first Halloween films, we didn't get all that much. I mean, we just knew that this guy was crazy. We didn't really know what he looked like under that mask.
It was the simplicity that was the beauty of those. It was so direct. He was just a force of nature. There was no big deal of it. Sooner or later, he was going to come and he was going to kill someone and then he was going to leave. And then he'd be back later.
Yeah. Yeah. You never knew he was going to pop up.
Yeah.
You know,
and Avi, you kill him and he just sit right back up in the background and, you know, you're fucked. You know, you might as well just kill yourself if Michael Myers is clearly got a hard on for you.
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
Exactly. Because Michael Myers can apparently slip through the smallest cracks and he can also teleport. I mean, you run, he's right there in front of you. And it was all left to your imagination. What was going on in the first Halloween series. I mean, that's what scared you. You just kind of filled in the blanks. Is he a zombie? Is he a crazy guy? Does he look like a skeleton under there? What's going on? What the hell is going on with this guy? But here, they really try to explain too much. Michael Myers is killing people because he's dreaming about her and she's telling him to kill everybody. And every time he kills someone, she's there in a white ghostly gown.
Lame.
And then he's there as a little kid also telling himself, like, you know, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, I appreciate that he's probably thinking less about Psycho and more about the Spanish film Santa Sangre by Alejandro Jodorowsky, which is in and of itself a Psycho reference, but because it sounds like that and from what I've seen, but still, come on, man, it was still Psycho originally. Don't do that. You're stealing too much from another franchise. And like I said, the beauty of the Halloween series is just the direct, just brutal killings. Who cares where he comes from? He's evil. You know, that's what they've said in the earlier movies. Who is he? He's evil incarnate. Do you really need to say anything after that? No, I don't think you do.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's all you really need.
He is Mike Myers.
And it's not, and let me tell you something, it's not even Sherry Moon Zombie and him as a little kid that show up. If that's not enough, they got to bring a fucking horse in with them too.
A horse?
They got to bring in a white horse as some sort of metaphor for the dreams that drive him, his rage to kill people. And
so now he's watching Blade Runner 2? Jesus, give it up.
Yeah,
Rob.
I'm like, at the
Stop
beginning
stealing.
Yeah, you like at the beginning of the movie, it's like, I'll be goddamn, when did this turn